Celebrations on the streets of Colombo as Sri Lanka's President Gotabaya Rajapaksa resigns following days of mass protests. It's 7 in the morning here in Singapore and 4:30 in the morning in the Sri Lankan capital, Colombo, where celebrations have been taking place after Gotabaya Rajapaksa became the country's first sitting president to quit. He did so after months of angry protests over the rapidly rising cost of living and shortages of food and fuel. From Colombo, Rajini Vaidyanathan reports.
A moment to savour after months of struggle. Now there's joy. These demonstrators had one key demand, that the man they blame for their economic woes resign. Tonight, President Gotabaya Rajapaksa did.
Protesters say they're celebrating what represents a victory for people power. It's the end of the rule of the Rajapaksas after a week of turmoil on the island.
Just yesterday, at the Prime Minister's office, security forces were overrun by protesters. It was one of a number of government buildings taken over by the masses. Today, protesters handed it back to the authorities. Soldiers now on guard, authorised to use force to maintain order. A country under curfew. Streets once packed with protesters, now patrolled by the military. Elsewhere, tensions are running high, with the basics still in short supply. Only a few weeks of fuel now left in the country. In an exclusive interview, the governor of Sri Lanka's central bank told me that without a stable government, the suffering will continue.
We don't see a way forward and how to provide sufficient foreign exchange to finance essential petroleum for this country. If that doesn't happen, then it will be like whole country would be closed down, no one would be able to do any activity.
The pace of the protests has slowed, a president gone and a country still in limbo. I met Nuzli as he stormed the Prime Minister's house yesterday. He wants an interim government to be installed.
We will give the interim government 6 months to maximum of 1 year to settle all this and ease the problems as much as possible. After that, election should happen and people can select who they want to rule the next country next.
But nobody knows who that should be. As they celebrate the end of one chapter in this protest movement, another difficult one is about to begin. Rajini Vaidyanathan, BBC News, Colombo.